So hello guys, I'm gonna try starting this, I thought of starting this channel for, I'm playing around with coding and programming, so I wanted to try making small projects, and if someone has ideas then please tell me, because I'm really eager to try out new stuff. But the first thing I thought I'd do is something kind of simple. I'm going to be using C++, and I will be doing the Fibonacci sequence. Most people that have done some coding or maths in school probably know what Fibonacci sequence is. You usually see it starting with the 1 1, but I think I'm not sure if it was intended that way or if it was intended with 0 1, but I think I will start with the 0 1 approach. So I've often seen that, like, it says that the second Fibonacci number is 1 since it's going out from the 1 1, but if I'd start with a 0 1, then the second one would still be a 1, but the third one would also be a 1. Instead of the first version, it would be a 2. So the general idea is that you take the if you start with 0 1, then you take the previous 2, and the next number is the sum of those two. I'm gonna do this in C++, so that shouldn't be that much of a hassle. So as all, like, because I don't think I'll try using a header for this, so I'll just include the IO stream here. I have a book for Teach Yourself C++, but it varies a lot if they say using the this namespace, or if they just put it like inside the main function, or if they just say they're using the C out or C in or end line methods. But I think I usually just use this instead of always having to type std and that double colon thing. So int main there. So the idea is that we're gonna have to we can have a set input on how many Fibonacci numbers we're gonna print out, but we can also have the user decide if he wants to pick which Fibonacci number, like up to which number he wants to see. So, and we can decide if we want to do this with recursion or with a loop. I could do both. So let's say if we start with a loop, maybe that's and C++ also has pointers, so like let's start with a loop, which is probably the most simple. So let's start with let's have this. Should we initialize it as 0? So we print out that we are asking for insert which up to which Fibonacci. Like, I'll have to excuse if my grammar isn't all that. So okay, So up to which Fibonacci number you want to print out. There. We'll close this. Now that's printed out. And then that's the number. So we have how many we want to print out. So the idea is that you need two variables for the previous two numbers. So you have, let's say, first and second. First is gonna start as 0, since we're starting from the 0. You could start at 1 if you want to start there. Second is going to be 1, so we have 0 and 1, like two basic numbers. So then we should do the loop for, we could use while. Let's use while. If we say the number is bigger than 0. So the idea is that if you want the fifth number, then you remove 1 from this number at each iteration through the loop. And so you have I usually done this with recursion, so let's see. First we'll have to, how should we count this? Should we count first as the, like 0, should that be the first number? Or should we have 1 as the first number? I think usually if you like search up the Fibonacci sequence, you'll get the first number as 1. So should we say that 0 is just there for show, or just in our code, we never print out. So if we say that cout, we'll say second. So the first is kind of like a ghost thing. Then we have to put, let's see, do we need a temporary? We might. Yeah. Should we have a extra temp for while we switch? So temp will be equal to first plus second, and we will put first equal second. Oh, we didn't really need a temp. And then second, oh yeah, we did. So equals the temp. So we needed the temp for, well, we move, like at some point, first and second are going to be the same number. So the number that gets, either they're going to be the same number, or second becomes the sum of them. So you're going to lose one number, so you put that one in the temp, or temporary variable. So while you handle that, so and every code should end with return 0. So this should be my first crack at this. Let's say this. Then we'll move over here and do G++. That's my compiler, and we're in the right, no we're not. We have to go into, I call it my folder small codes. If someone wants, like, is completely new to coding and programming and wants to see how you open this thing, you can just, if you're on Windows, you can press the Windows key and write CMD. You can also go into your folder, which I don't have open. Go into small codes. You can go here and press CMD, and then you open it in this directory. You can see it here. But other than that, you'll have to do change directory, and you can press tab to see all the available directories, or you can do 2 dots to go back a directory. Okay. So yeah, my compiler is G++. Then I have Fibonacci.cpp for C++. The ending.o. Don't really remember what the O is for, but this is the file you're gonna be creating, like the .exe file that's gonna be the result. Then you run this. You should get a compilation here if there's some error. Number, yeah. As you can see, here we are missing the B, so this we have to actually have the number. It came up as not declared since number thing doesn't exist, so it didn't know what to do. So here, Fibonacci now compiled successfully. Then you can do dot / for this directory. Then the Fibonacci. This is now you're running the program. Here, insert up to which Fibonacci number you want to print out. I know for a fact that 5 should be up to 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. But this is a bit cramped together, so we might want to change this a bit. So if we do a new line for each, then it's just going to take too much space. So if we add the string space, or maybe we want to put this here. Might look better. I'm not sure what you guys would think. If you press up in the command shell thing, you can see previously run commands and compile it again, since you'll have to get a new exe file. Then you run it. If you press 5 now, then it looks a lot clearer. So this is the first one, this is the second, third, fourth, and fifth. So you can run it again. Try 10. It's really fast. Well, C++ is really fast, so even loops should be really fast. Okay, so this is one way to solve this. So if I save this, so if I go here into, where is it, all endings, and you'll see this is the original .cpp file, and this is the exe that was created when we compiled it. So if I save .cpp, this will be the recursive version. So we're gonna move this into a separate function. So return, it doesn't return anything. So this will do the print the sequence. We're gonna want to get we can move all of this into here. So we want to know the first, second, and how many. So we could also just do the loop here, but we're going to do recursive. So how recursive functions work is that the method you're creating, the function calls itself. So it hasn't actually been defined when it calls itself, and it creates a kind of a chain with. I think I'm telling the truth when I say that you have there's a function call, the initiation of the function call, and so there's like a link of function calls that when you finally get ending, you get the result starts going up the chain up until the top, and yeah. So the first thing that we have to define is if number equals 0, then we want to print out, we'll have the space, yeah, we'll have this, we can have a space behind, so then we'll print out the second number. So the first one is the ghost number that never is visible, so to speak. Then we'll need the temporary, or we don't really need it. We will print out a second number. Then we will put a space so it looks better. And then we end by calling this method. And here's the thing, we'll have to call it where we switch this. Now the second is the first one, the second one becomes the first plus the second one, and the number is reduced by 1. When we close this, and all of this is switched out by print sequence. And now we insert the first, now we insert the first is 0, second is 1, and the number is what the user asked for. So this should be it, if I'm doing this correctly. So if we go here, we add a RE to the end of this. Any errors? No. Then we run this program, and hopefully I'm doing it right. So if I press 5 now, yeah, this is not right. So what am I doing wrong? Yeah, this is way too many. So let's clear this. .re, let's see what happens. This becomes 5 if number equals 0, then something happens. This might be dangerous, so we'll say if the number is less or equal to 0. Yes, here it is. We want not only this, we also want to return, because if we don't return here, it's also gonna do this and continue. So yeah, it's very important to return. So let's try this. Compile and execute. If we press in 5 now, still the same. let's see if numbers return. Pretty sure I've seen that. Yeah, stupid mistake. But if you do what I did, number and then minus minus, then the number gets reduced by 1 after this has been called. So you want to have it before, because you want to reduce number by 1 first, because otherwise the number is always going to be 5, the one like what I inserted. So this should sort the problem. 5 still. Let's try this. There. But it's printing too many. It's printing 1 too many since the last one gets printed out. So we don't want to print out this. We just want to return. Yeah. I guess I'm curious why this doesn't work. Did I compile the wrong one, or oh, now it works. Maybe I just compiled the wrong one, but yeah. Yeah, the minus minus has to be before, because you want to reduce the number by 1 and then you want to call print sequence. So yeah, this is the recursive version of this. You could do this with pointers, which would be faster in a way, but it's not really that much that to increase, because this program is really fast and really simple. So so 20, yeah, it's like it takes no time. But yeah, I'm gonna try to keep this up. This is relatively popular problem to, like, when you're starting coding in a specific language, or just overall, then some teacher or some problem or challenge in a book or something might tell you to try to do this challenge with the Fibonacci sequence. So I decided to start with this. Another popular one is a palindrome. I might do that one next, where you check if a string is the same string backwards. But yeah, this is gonna be the first video. It's gonna be interesting if anyone's curious. But yeah, I'm not saying that I'm coding expert or professional, like that really good at programming. I'm just eager to learn and really want to get better at this. So I thought I might do not a let's play, but a let's code thing. Yeah, so thank you all for watching, whoever decides to watch, and tell me what you think. Bye bye.